The map is sending us where?
Las Pegasus?
But Las Pegasus is a wild vacation spot. It's just one big party.
All those lights and sounds, not to mention the crowds. Oh, just the thought of it is overwhelming.
I know Las Pegasus doesn't seem like either of your cups of tea, but I have total faith you wouldn't have been called unless you were the perfect ponies for the job.
Probably not as bad as we think. It can't just be a loud, obnoxious party all the time, right?
Applejack? It isn't as bad as we thought.
You're right. It's worse.
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure. Tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness. It's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Do you think the map could be on the fritz again? I mean, this place seems a lot more suited to Pinkie Pie, or even Rainbow Dash.
If Twilight trusts the map, then so do I. All we have to do is solve our friendship problem and get back home. Of course, we have to find it first.
And make sure to experience our signature show, Pony Fantastique. Trust me when I say you've never seen anything like it. Unparalleled acrobatics, unique animal antics. Your only regret will be that you didn't see it sooner. And like everything at this amazing, incredible, I can't believe it even exists hotel, Pony Fantastique is brought to you by the chair pony of kindness, Landmain himself.
Wow, this Gladmane sure seems impressive.
Well, it is a little embarrassing. But the crowd seemed to like it.
Mr. Gladmane?
Just Gladmane will do. And it's a pleasure to meet actual cohorts of the Princess of Friendship. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much.
You know who we are?
I'm what you might call a friendship connoisseur. So naturally, I'm familiar with the friends of the great Twilight Sparkle. Applejack, Fluttershy, it's an honor to have you here.
I have to admit you're not the type of pony I expected to find in Las Pegasus.
Well, my guests may be looking for lights, music, and parties. But working hard and making friends is how I turn this hotel into what it is today. And how I plan to make it even bigger. Excuse me one second. Wise ponies may say the folks that come here are customers, but I can't help but thinking of each and every one of you as friends. That's why there's a 3-for-1 special on apple fritters in the cafe for the next hour. Enjoy! Would you two like to take a tour of the place? I'm just about to do my rounds and check on my friends who work here.
We do have a friendship problem to find.
Lead the way, Mr. Gladmane.
Just Gladmane now, you hear?
Gladmane! You're just in time to see my newest move.
New moves or not, I'm glad to have a star like you working for me. I'll tell you what.
Oh, don't make me blush. Now watch this.
Stellar.
Oh, Mr. Gladmane himself is here. Let's run through the whole routine.
Now, don't make a fuss for old me. I'm just going to keep on giving a tour to my new friends, Applejack and Fluttershy.
Howdy.
Hi.
If this pony calls you friend, you're welcome backstage anytime. I owe him my entire career.
Oh, shucks. Well, let's leave the artists to their work.
Doesn't look like there's any friendship problems here.
I've never seen a pink prairie dog before.
I like the folks that come here to have a unique experience.
Und we love him for it.
With Gladmane's help, we've been able to take care of all these little guys.
Now this place is overwhelming in a good way.
Oh, glad you like it.
Fluttershy?
Oh, coming. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong around here at all.
I figured looking for a friendship problem in Las Pegasus would be like trying to find a needle in a stack of needles. But every pony seems to be getting along just fine.
Ladies and gentle ponies, despite what my competition might say, I know you've come to this fair city to be entertained, and I assure you there is nothing more entertaining than the astounding acrobatics in Gladmane's Pony Fantastique. Now, I suppose that might be true if it weren't for the existence and far superiorly entertaining presence of the show-stopping exotic animal act that Pony Fantastique includes.
Those voices sound familiar.
They sure do. Flim and Flam.
Why, I won't even dignify that assertion with response. Except to say that if you were to consider buying your tickets from me, I might consider offering them to you at a substantial discount. I've always thought you get what you pay for, and in my humble opinion, these tickets are a value at twice the price. Don't let this price-gouging charlatan take you for a ride. Charlatan? How dare you? Ha! How dare I?
Yes,
how dare you? I was the one that...
Well, they certainly don't seem to be getting along. You don't suppose we've been brought here to help them?
Absolutely not.
I know you and the rest of the Apple family have had your issues with Flim and Flam in the past, but they're definitely having trouble, and solving a friendship problem is important, no matter who's having it.
Well, of course that's true. For any pony but them.
I'm sorry you had to see that. I don't know why, but those two have been fighting ever since they got here. I thought giving them these jobs might help, but I guess it just made matters worse.
Trust me, I know those ponies, and you're better off with them apart. Two of them together will cheat the hooves right out from under you.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Flim's such a show pony, and Flam has such a head for business. Why, if they ever did work together, they'd be running this place in 2 shakes. Speaking of which, I better get back to work. Y'all enjoy your stay now, you hear?
I'm pretty sure we should help Flim and Flam.
And I'm pretty sure there's another friendship problem here, and I'm gonna search this resort top to bottom till I find it.
I hope you didn't travel all the way from Ponyville to try to get me to reconcile with my no-account brother. Brother? I don't believe I have one of those. No, I already know what he thinks of me. All show and no substance. Well, if he's so smart, he should have no trouble becoming a big success on his own. Why, he's the greatest sales pony that ever lived, of course. Just ask him. He'll tell you all about it.
I'm sure you could work out your differences if you just sat down and talked to each other.
I'm never speaking to that pony again! No! You are ruining my show!
It isn't just your show, and I'm improving it.
You don't pull a rabbit out of a hat on a trapeze!
That's the point, to give the audience something they've never seen before. Acrobatic magic.
Ta-da!
It's called blending genres, and it's awesome!
Shouldn't some pony do something?
They'd been doing this since they started working here. Too bad, really, if they ever stopped shouting at each other. We could take the show on tour. They'd be way more successful than staying at Gladmane's.
Now that sounds like a real friendship problem.
Stop! What are you doing? It's supposed to be a pink prairie dog pyramid. It's alliterative.
You said a tower. Why do you keep changing everything?
I'm not changing anything you said, Pyramid!
You are driving me crazy!
I thought you two got along.
We used to, but we just can't seem to agree on anything anymore. We used to perform all over Equestria, but if we can't agree on a new act, we might as well stay at Gladmane's forever.
2 friendship problems? In the same theater? Now we're talking.
If you count Flim and Flam, that's 3 big friendship problems all in the same place.
Well, I don't count Flim and Flam since those two not being friends isn't a problem.
It certainly isn't for Gladmane. Sounds like he's better off with them fighting.
Actually, the other ponies' problems seem to be good for Gladmane, too. Both the Trapeze Show and the Animal Act would be better off if they left, but every pony's so busy arguing that they can't.
Do you think he knows?
I don't know, but I'm starting to think we should find out.
Of course Gladmane wants every pony to get along. He's the nicest, most genuine pony I've ever met. Did the director put you up to this?
I tell you, if Gladmane is your friend, you are welcome backstage. But if you are speaking of him poorly, you leave! Gladmane is the kindest, most gentle,
Most compassionate pony I've ever known!
my problem
Is
with him!
I just can't figure it. The only pony who benefits from all this feuding is Gladmane. But by all accounts, he's the best friend any of these ponies have.
Well, Bernard, that adorable bunny from the Acrobat's hat, claims that every morning Gladmane tells the director that the star wants control of the show, and every afternoon tells the star that the director wants to get rid of her. But neither is true. And the Flying Prairinos, the pink prairie dog family, say Gladmane keeps changing their act to make each trainer think the other is doing it.
So all his talk about friendship is just a load of applesauce. He's getting them all to fight with each other on purpose.
But how can we get every pony to believe that's what he's doing?
There must be a way to trick him into telling the truth.
Gee, if only there was a pony who knew how to trick a trickster. Or maybe a pair of ponies?
Fine. Guess bringing Flim and Flam back together might be why we're here. Maybe.
Sorry if I don't take the word of some pony off the street, even if that street is in Ponyville.
But Gladmane is behind so many other friendship problems. How can you be sure he isn't the cause of yours?
Because the only problem I have is standing right there.
Same here, Buster.
Do either of you even know what you're fighting over?
Gladmane let me know that ex-brother of mine thinks I'm just a mouthpiece without a single good idea.
Gladmane assured me this former fraternal foal here thinks I couldn't sell heat lamps to yaks.
Sounds to me like neither of you said those things. Why'd you believe Gladmane when he said you did?
Why would he lie?
Because he's afraid that the two of you together could move in and take over his resort.
And if I'm telling you he said it, you know it's the absolute truth because...
You never lie! Oh, brother of mine, I think it's time for a little payback.
The Canterlot two-step?
We don't have the chickens. How about the Baltimore Flare?
My flair isn't what it used to be.
Listen here, y'all. If you're a friend of mine, you're entitled to a free night stay. And every pony here is a friend of mine. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Are you thinking what I am?
The High Roller Hustle.
The what now?
Trust us. When we're done, there won't be a pony in town who doesn't know the apple-jackiest truth about Gladmane. That is, assuming you two are willing to help.
What size gown do you wear?
What's all the fuss now?
It's the grand matriarch of the Rich family. Impossibly rich. She's one of the wealthiest ponies in Equestria.
Well, why didn't some pony tell me? You know how I like to give VIP guests my personal touch.
Well, she's not exactly a guest. Word is she's planning a resort of her own. I think she's here to scout the competition.
Oh, really?
And with her bits, she could take over the whole strip, hire away any pony she wants. And not me, of course. I love it here. My good-for-nothing brother on the other hoof.
Impossibly rich. What an honor it is to have you at my humble five-hook resort. I'm sure Flam has done an excellent job showing you around, but nothing could beat a personalized tour from the man himself.
You'll have to excuse Ms. Rich. She saves the energy other ponies spend talking out loud and uses it to make more money. She'd love a personal tour. Say in about an hour?
Well, that sounds right pleasant. And if you can break away for a moment, Flam, I'd love to see you in my office so I can get ready.
Are all of you sure this is a good idea?
Absolutely.
Gladmane is one fish that's hooked but good.
I sure hope you two know what you're doing.
Oh, don't you worry. When it comes to throwing ponies off their game,
No two ponies do it better than us.
Can't argue with that.
Hey there, boss. Impossibly Rich is just about ready for that tour. So what do you want to see me about?
Actually, there's something I want you to see. The grand plan. Every hotel on this strip as amazing as this one, and every one of them mine. And all it'll take is a little sales pony ship like this. Hey there, friends. Oh, if you think my resort is fantastic, wait till you see Pony Fantastic. Tickets are on sale now. 2 for the price of 1. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I know Impossibly Rich has probably made you a tempting offer to come work for her.
Well, now that you mention it.
And as your friend, I'd never tell you what to do, but no pony's gonna stand in the way of my plans no matter how rich she is. And I sure wouldn't want you to end up on the losing side. Think you might consider staying here?
Yeah.
Well, all right then.
They're coming!
And last but not least, Miss Rich, the jewel in my crown.
Oh, I let him know this.
Impossibly wants you to know she's very impressed, but doesn't think you can keep a resort of this caliber going for long.
Oh, and why is that?
Because you've got the best talent in the industry. What stops them from just leaving to join any competitor?
Well, you see, I have a trick for that, I must confess. And it all has to do with how I handle my employees.
And how is that?
Well, like friends, of course. And I treat every one of my employees with the kindness they deserve.
That's it? That's your secret? There's nothing else?
Nope, just friendship. But you know all about friendship, don't you? Fluttershy,
You knew the whole time?
never try to con a con pony. I'd have thought you'd hit the road by now.
Whether we were able to fool you or not, you can't just go on keeping ponies from getting along. It's just mean.
Now, maybe it is, but it's a meanness that works. Unlike your pathetic little ploy. I practically invented the high roller hustle. But I suppose I should be impressed. You're the only ponies to ever figure out the secret to my success. It takes a lot of work keeping every pony fighting, but as long as I keep them convinced that I'm their only friend, all of Las Pegasus will be mine. Oh, you can't trick a confession out of a pony like me. I am always one step ahead.
Well, you better check your hooves, because you just stepped in a confession.
Oh, no. Oh, no, wait.
Did that sound okay?
Never better!
Flam and Flam told us you'd see right through the fake rich pony bit, and that once you did, you wouldn't be able to resist gloating about it. This was all part of the plan.
Oh, now, friends, listen, I can explain everything.
I think you've done enough of that, darling.
Oh,
I cannot believe we let him almost ruin our friendship.
And our act. Good luck finding another one!
Wait! No! Y'all come back! Come on, I'm gonna be ruined! This is Gladman, yo! Come on, you can't do this!
Gladman has left the building.
I guess the map wasn't on the fritz after all. If it weren't for your history with Flim and Flam, you never would have been so determined to find some pony else to help, and we never would have found out what Gladman was doing.
And if it weren't for you wanting to show even those two con ponies kindness, we never would have been able to trick the trickster. It must have felt pretty nice to finally put all your conniving and cheating skills to good use.
In fact, we like to think of it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Emphasis on the once.
What do you mean?
While this establishment undergoes a slight change in management, my brother and I want to assure you that it remains the pinnacle of Las Pegasus entertainment, which is why we invite each and every one of you to experience the wonder of the Pony Fantastique Theater at half the normal cost of admission.
And while you're appreciating this historic venue, totally devoid of performance of any kind, we invite you to use the wonder of your own imaginations to fill the space at no additional charge.